Imagine coming face to face with a ferocious bear. You whip out your bear spray to protect yourself, but suddenly it doesn't work. Instead, the bear gets attracted to it, and now you are left to your fate, thinking about your family and how if you hadn't left your house that day, you probably would have gotten a chance to see them again. This is exactly what happened to one man who thought he was prepared for the worst, but what happened next was beyond his wildest nightmares. Today, we'll be sharing the horrifying story of a man who was eaten alive by a bear, even after using the bear spray which, to his surprise, aided in ending his life. Stay tuned if you dare to hear this chilling story. The Adventure. Andrew, an avid hiker, was on an adventure in the wilderness. He had all the necessary gear, including bear spray, to ensure his safety. The excited rambler was exploring the remote areas of the forest when he spotted a grizzly bear. Andrew watched in awe as the grizzly roamed around in the wilderness. He had been hiking for hours and was thrilled to see the majestic creature up close. He had always been an adventurer, and this trip was no different. The sight of the grizzly made him equally excited and cautious. After all, Andrew loved to catch sights of the nature's beasts, but he knew he had to be careful with this one, because grizzlies are one of the most dangerous animals out there. There is a reason why hikers are advised to stay away from grizzlies whenever possible. They are enormous, have razor-sharp claws, and a bite that is powerful enough to instantly break a bowling ball or a human skull without blinking. But he had researched the area thoroughly and had taken all the necessary precautions to ensure his safety. He was dressed in his gear, had his sturdy boots on, and his bear spray canister was clipped onto his belt. There was no reason to fear the animal, because rest assured he was safe. So even after being aware of the dangers of being in their territory, Andrew was determined to stay put and continue observing the bear from a safe distance. The grizzly seemed unaware of Andrew's presence, and Andrew was confident that he was not in any immediate danger. He continued to watch the bear, mesmerized by its beauty and grace, his heart racing with excitement as he witnesses the majestic creature's every move. The adventure was just beginning, and Andrew knew that there was much more to see and explore in the wilderness. He had always been passionate about nature and was excited to witness the beauty and power of the wild up close. However, little did Andrew know that his encounter with the bear would turn out to be a life-changing experience. As Andrew continued to explore the wilderness, he had no idea that danger was lurking around the corner. He was oblivious to the potential hazards that lay ahead, because the excitement of the trip had blinded him to the risks. And just like that, the excited explorer could never have anticipated what was about to happen next. The encounter. Andrew noticed the grizzly bear moving towards his direction, so he decided to back away slowly. But as he stepped on the branches under him, loud noises echoed through the quiet jungle. The next moment, the bear was seen charging at him, and Andrew knew he had no choice but to use his bear spray. The spray came in contact with the bear, but it did not deter the animal. It continued charging at the stranger he could see lurking in his territory. Andrew was in a dire situation. He had never encountered a grizzly bear before and was unsure of what to do. His heartbeat raced. He tried using his spray, but as the bear came in close proximity, he quickly realized that the spray was ineffective. In a split second, he had to make a decision that would determine his fate. Andrew tried to remember everything he had learned about bear encounters from his years of hiking and reading books. He knew that grizzly bears were more aggressive than black bears, and that they could attack without warning. He also knew that playing dead was the best option if the bear attacked, but he was not sure if he could survive the mauling. The attack. The bear attacked Andrew with full force, knocking him to the ground. Andrew tried to fight back, but the 600-pound animal was too strong. It mauled him brutally, leaving him with severe injuries. Andrew lay there helpless, hoping someone would come to his rescue, but there was no one around. The bear's attack on his onlooker was sudden and violent. He had been out for a hike in the wilderness, enjoying the peace and quiet of nature, when he stumbled upon the beast. The grizzly was large and powerful, and it seemed to be agitated by Andrew's presence. Andrew had heard that you should try to appear bigger than the bear, so he had tried to raise his arms and make noise to scare it away, but the beast was not intimidated. Instead, it charged at him, moving surprisingly quickly for such a massive animal. The victim of this ferocious animal tried to run, but the bear was too fast. It tackled him from behind, knocking him to the ground. Andrew felt a surge of adrenaline as he tried to fight back, but it was no use. The bear's strength was overwhelming, and it easily overpowered him. It began to maul Andrew's body, tearing his flesh with its powerful claws and sharp teeth. The man screamed in agony, but there was no one around to hear him. He could feel his life slipping away as the bear continued to attack him relentlessly. As he lay there, helpless and in pain, he realized that he was going to die. He thought about his family and friends, and he wished that he had told them how much he loved them before he had set out on this ill-fated hike. Andrew's last thoughts were of regret, while he felt his consciousness slipping away. He knew that he would never see his family again, and that he would never have a chance to make amends for all the things he had done wrong in his life. The bear finally stopped its attack, leaving what was now the dead man's lifeless body lying on the ground. It was a brutal and senseless tragedy, a reminder of the dangers that lurk in the wild. Andrew's death was a tragic loss, and it served as a sobering reminder of the importance of respecting nature and its inhabitants. The aftermath. Hours later, Andrew's body was found by a search and rescue team. He had succumbed to his injuries and had died on the spot. The news of his death sent shockwaves through the community, and people started questioning the effectiveness of the bear spray. After this scary incident, people in the community were both shocked and saddened by the tragedy. Many were also concerned about the effectiveness of bear spray, which is a very common tool used to deter bear attacks. Some people argued that bear spray is an effective way to deter bears, and that Andrew's death was simply a tragic exception to the rule. Many, however, began to question whether bear spray was really as effective as it was supposed to be, since many researchers have found that bear spray attracts bears instead of luring them away. After the man's death, many outdoor enthusiasts and park rangers began to review their safety protocols and strategies for dealing with the beasts of the wilderness. They suggested that more education and training should be provided to people about how to avoid and deter bear attacks. Others said that more should be done to study and understand bear behavior so that people can better anticipate and respond to potential bear encounters. There was also a growing debate about the use of firearms as a means of self-defense against bear attacks. Some argued that firearms were necessary for personal safety, while others said they were more likely to provoke bears and escalate the situation. In the end, Andrew's death served as a tragic reminder of the dangers of the wilderness and the need for caution and preparedness when venturing into the wild. While there may never be a foolproof way to avoid or deter bear attacks, his death spurred a renewed commitment to understanding and mitigating the risks of outdoor recreation. The lesson. This story is a reminder of the dangers of hiking alone, out in the country. While bear spray can be an effective tool for stinging bears, it's not always a guarantee. In Andrew's case, he took all the necessary precautions, but it was not enough to save him from a brutal attack. We hope that this story will serve as a lesson to all hikers out there to be cautious and prepared for any such situations they might find themselves in. When it comes to hiking in the wilderness, it's important to be prepared for the unexpected. While we can take all precautions, attacks like these can still happen. That's why it's important to always have a plan and to carry the proper safety equipment. If you're planning a hike in bear country, make sure to research the area and understand the risks involved. Familiarize yourself with how these beasts behave and learn how to use bear spray correctly. Always hike in a group and make noise to alert bears of your presence. At the end of the day, hiking can be a rewarding and enjoyable activity, but it's crucial to take the necessary precautions to stay safe. You never know, your story could end up like Andrew's. Stay safe and stay informed. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button for more shocking wild animal encounters, and tell us in the comments which bear encounter you would like to see in the next video. Until next time.